All right, we're live. We're going to go over the patch notes. We've got them published in a better format here on Marvel Snap Zone. Token shot upgrades. Weekly Spy when a new Series 5 card is released, immediately featured its own section for its first week of Marvel Snap. Once you buy the weekly Spotlight card, this card will be hidden to the new cards release. You want the newest card releases. Here you've been waiting for. Let's go take a look. All right. Interesting. All right, so we can toggle here. All right, we're gonna buy Jeff. So we've got Jeff. All right, cool. Hey, actually, that's pretty cool. I actually kind of like that. So I can buy Ghost. I can buy Nimrod Ultimate. Very, very nice upgrade. All right. All right. Not terrible. Ultimate variants, yeah. Some people like that, some people don't. Series 4 and 5 section. All right, great. Ghost, Stature, MODOK have been dropped. Shuri, Bast, Valkyrie, Super Skull, Black Panther have been dropped. All right. General updates. Players that reach infinite rank will only match against other infinite players. When you tap on a card for more details. All right. When you tap on a card for more details in the SOP or collection, the card details now features artist credits, card series label, nice, or on variety rarity label, rare, super rare, or ultimate. All right. So let's see here. So this was a question that I had about, let's see here. Let's go and look at Storm. Because Storm, I'm trying to decide which one of her variants I want to upgrade. Hero variant. Now if I collect right here, Ultimate. Cool. And then if I click here, let's see. Where does it show Series 3? Do I not understand that part of it? It doesn't say Series 3. Where does it say Series 3 or whatever? Or does it only I say it on like these cards? Oh, right there it says it. All right, so I guess it says nothing if it's Series 3. All right, but it didn't say. It doesn't say. All right, let's do a series. Let's do like Galactus then. Or Thanos. Variant. Rare. No, I don't want to do that. Not now. So only on the original card does it say Series 5 or whatever, right? It doesn't say it. So if I go to Hulk. All right. So basically it only shows, like you can't click on the variant. You have to click on the original card. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see here. I want to look at this Storm. Ultimate. All right. Let's get to the nerfs and buffs. When inspector card games, you can flip him to see the card back in full table or update other areas of viewing card backs in the 3D detail. What? All right. What are they talking about? Yeah, the new token setup is nice. Patch is out right now. Yeah, absolutely is out. Like, I'll show you. Like, leader was buffed, Leech was nerfed, Shuri was nerfed. Actually, I like the Shuri nerf quite a bit. I think it's pretty good. On reveal, if you play your next card here, double its power. Fantastic. Leech, amazing. Basically, turn 3, turn 4 Leech is no longer a thing. Well, you can play it on turn 4 or turn 3. It just doesn't go into effect until turn 6. At the start of turn 6, remove all abilities from cards in your opponent's hand. Wait a minute. Is this on reveal? Is this on reveal card still? Or does it have to be in play? Is this an on reveal ability now? It's not on reveal now. Holy shit. All right, well, let's go back to the patch notes. The card... There's no buffs. There's one buff. It's actually kind of garbage that they didn't have any buffs. That was my first thought, is where are the fucking buffs? I want my crystal buff. I want my angel buff. Yeah, nobody cares. But anyways, level collection. All right, so. All right, infinite rank will only match against other infinite players. All right, that's me. When you tap on a card for more deals, card detail will never reveal artist credit, series label, series 3, 4, 5, or very rare, like rare, super rare, ultimate. Inspecting cards in game, you now can flip them, see the card back in full deal. Also updated other areas reviewing card backs to show the 3 detail. After 10 hours of gameplay a day, players will stop earning. Okay, so this is going to stop the bots, right? The Angela bot people that were farming season XP. Collection level track has been extended. It ended at about 22,000. And now you can go above that. All 5 people that are at 21,000. New card sounds for Squirrel Girl. New locations. Oh, does it play a little trumpet sound? Okay. Balance updates. Shuri. On reveal, if you play your next card here. Next card here. Double its power. We determine number changes Shuri, but they tend to ruin her current deck. Some even theoretically risk making a new monster with different parts. It's not a risk to turn run when balancing problematically strong cards. Change making today may seem small and subtle. It actually matters against Cosmo, right? Yeah, you can't. And also, Cosmo no longer matters in Shuri decks, right? That's what I get out of this. Is like you don't really now. You don't want to do. Oh, there it says it right there. But we expect to be impactful and retaining the flow of game for existing a consistent goal balance fly. The nerf removes Cosmos. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. All right, there it is. Exactly what I just said. Protective capacity for her target, making single card answers like Valkyrie easier to aim. Indirectly buffs lane control elements like Professor X. Taking risk here in the nerf could leave Shuri a still strength outlier, but if so, react quickly. All right, what do you think about that? Yeah, so basically Cosmo is going to get removed from Shuri decks. Actually, this might... so here's the thing. Also, Sauron decks typically ran armor, but not Cosmo. And if this is a thing, maybe it will be Sauron. So when you run Sauron, you can run Ebony Maw instead of Titania. And then you could also run Typhoid Mary if you wanted to. So you could just remove Cosmo. Okay, yeah, actually, this is actually a good conversation, right? Yeah, this could be a thing right here. See, well, like this right here won't be a thing, I don't think. Hmm. Arnim Zola is not going to be a thing anymore. Not at all. Yeah, Arnim Zola is not going to be a thing at all. Yeah, Arnim Zola. Take out Arnim Zola and put armor, maybe? This is the deck right here. No, it runs Cosmo. Right, yeah, this is the deck list right here. This might be a thing. All right, let's see. Let's do this right here. Patch. All right. All right. So, all right. Protective capacity for her target makes single target answers like Valkyrie easier to aim. Indirectly buffs lane control elements like Professor X. We're taking a risk here, and this nerf could leave Shuri still strength outlier if we react quickly. All right. Leech. On reveal. Boy, they removed the on reveal. Remove all abilities from cards in your opponent's hand. Update. At the start of turn 6, remove all abilities from cards in your opponent's hand. Yeah, there's no buffs, man. All right. They want us all to play they're gonna nerf everything to the ground so that we're all playing Quicksilver decks. We're just gonna play Quicksilver and Domino. It's never been a goal to Leech be a heavily played card. We understand frustration lately. What's happening is just it means a finisher is genetically strong against pure power like Leech Leader, and a deck can play Leech earlier than turn 5 too often, like Thanos Lockjaw. Tried in the past to weaken stronger cards in those decks, but it's a balanced design obstacle. Decided to remove the early Leech from the equation. We talked about this at length on this channel, this exact solution, actually. Leech is designed to counter some powerful endgame cards and combinations from a new angle without any setup, which is important to have when the event deck begin to overperform. The change should let him fulfill that role when necessary without making him a foundational piece of the metagame. All right, well, they don't talk about the on reveal being removed. Very weird, right? They're not talking about the on reveal part being removed. Yeah, we'll just play the game with rocks. Yeah, this basically can't be countered. So basically, if it's in play, so this won't interact with Lockjaw at all. Holy shit. So this won't interact with Lockjaw. Basically, the card has to be in play for it to trigger. Is that the way? Will this interact with Lockjaw? So you can't. So basically, they're eliminating Leech Lockjaw. Yeah, but you can't play Leech into Lockjaw and then watch him disappear, right? He has to be on the board. Like, if you have Leech in your hand, you can't play it into Lockjaw and then the Leech disappears, but the effect still remains. It's not an on-reveal ability anymore. Right? Leech Hella with Jubilee? I don't see. How do you play Hella before the beginning of... That'll do nothing with Hella. Yeah, you could put it out early, but it doesn't trigger until the start of turn 6. All right. Yeah, wave into Leech is nothing. Yeah, wave into Leech is nothing. Yeah. All right, Lockjaw. I don't understand some of these things that they're doing here. Leech. Lockjaw. After you play a card here, swap it with a card in your deck once per turn. Wow, get fucked Thanos decks, right? Did the Thor Lockjaw decks ever play multiple cards very often? I guess with Wasp, right? They play Wasp and Mjolnir. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, all right. Lockjaw was a fun and exciting card. To each trigger, this good boy basically draws a card and generates up to 6 energy at random. A lot of variants to have multiple competitive decks, as we had cards new in ways to sidestep Lockjaw. So this was a design problem for them. Since we believe most powerful and frustrating use of Lockjaw, triggering him multiple times in a turn, often with a snap along the way, we're changing that. Limiting Lockjaw 1, swap, turn force player, develop their board without letting them sprint ahead or spring with a late surprise. Make Lockjaw simpler to play against and less potent in decks instantly for playing lots of cheap cards like Thanos. All right. America Chavez. This is interesting because I know why they're doing this. They're doing this because of Howard the Duck, right? Howard, what's the 2 cards that are coming out? Howard the Duck and tap this to see what the top card of your deck is. And what's the other one? Iron Lad. On reveal, copy the text of your card's top card. So that's the reason. Yeah, because what would happen with this is actually a good change. America Chavez was always at the top of your deck, and that's why Yondu hit it all the time. Previously, if you were about to draw America Chavez, you would just draw your next card instead. This meant that over the course of the game, she's a lot more likely to be the top card of your deck. This is true. Thus far, this has largely been unimportant outside of Yondu. Also true. It was actually kind of busted with Jubilee back in the day. Oh, they're going to talk about Jubilee. But it does restrict our ability to print cards and interact with the top of your deck. We expect this update to have little impact on America Chavez functionality overall. All right. Fine. Yeah, let's see. How does that work with let's see. Let's just put this in here. Add the top card of your deck to your location. Let's talk about. Let's look at Cable. I actually don't remember how Cable works. Put the bottom card of your opponent's deck into your hand. Aww. Wow, that actually is kind of weird, right? So basically, if you're playing Cable, you're going to draw into Chavez. Quasar, I've been playing the game since May of last year. They change cards. Card games change cards. Some games ban cards and they're useless forever. Like Magic the Gathering. If the card is too powerful, they just ban it. And it doesn't matter if you spent money on it or not. It's just a banned card. So welcome to card games, my friend. Jubilee, on reveal, add a card from your deck to this location. On reveal, add the top card of your deck to this location. All right, interesting. So it used to be this way. It used to be this way. Yeah, Dark Hawk is going to run away with the meta, is going to be my prediction. I've been saying that for a while. I put the patch. There it is right there. All right. Some players remember Jubilee had this ability back. Jubilee often be a 410 because Chavez was a 410 back in the day. I decided to change Jubilee's effect of America Chavez. The form was a simpler change to communicate. However, we're looking into design cards intact, interact with the top of your deck in the future. So we're bringing the design back to exactly a little back on Jubilee for the time being. All right, so, but it does affect Cable. Yeah. This is fine, but this is going to matter when Howard the Duck comes out. Tap this to see the top card of your deck. Iron Lead. On reveal, copy the text of your deck's top card. So it does matter in that sense. It does. Yeah, Jubilee, the functionality of Chavez under most circumstances is going to remain identical. She just will be at the bottom of your deck. And then you draw it on turn 6. So you're basically not going to draw into... You're basically going to be... When you... For card draws 1 through 5, you're basically drawing into a 1-card thinner deck. Effectively, other than turn 6, Chavez is still playing with an 11 card deck rather than 12. So it improves your chances of drawing a particular card by a particular turn between 4 and 5%. So if you're looking to draw a card by turn 3 or turn 4 or turn 5, let's just use turn 3. Instead of drawing a card by turn 3 being 50%, then it goes to 55% when you play Chavez. So it does thin your deck. All right. Jubilee's effect. All right. Leader. All right. 6/7. On reveal, copy all cards your opponent played in location right of here, but on your side. On reveal, copy the enemy cards with the highest power, but on your side. Oh, what do you guys think? I don't think this is gonna be playable. I don't think this is gonna be playable still. What do you guys think? I mean, is this really a buff? Leader used to be what? 6'4", then 6'3", and then it was copy all the cards. But on your side, I don't see this. I don't even know if Leader's still going to get played. Maybe in Sandman decks? Okay. Sure. Sandman decks for sure. Or Wave decks? Maybe Wave or Sandman decks? Sure. Okay. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually a this right here is actually a pretty significant nerf to like right here. This the America Chavez change is actually a pretty significant nerf to like Yondu Null, right? Because when you played Yondu, you were kind of hoping it hit Chavez, and then that would be 9 power to your Null, right? Well, now it's gonna hit an actual, basically a random card, where the way it was before, it was more likely to hit Chavez. Yeah, this could get played with She-Hulk decks. Yeah. This could get played on, this could get played with Wave or Sandman decks. But we were clearly too harsh on Leader in his previous nerf. We're dismayed by the action came to go to example how erroneous a nerf can be. For Balanced Flyer, we should preserve as much as playability. They yeeted Leech. But they absolutely destroyed Leader. With this change, we're aiming to bring strength back up to a playable spot for a 6-cost card, but still avoid the oppressive impact an original form had. We've erred on the caution side with his power for now because some previous defenses had the original Leader is playing weaker cards before a strong one no longer apply. All right. I mean, do you have interest in playing like Galactus or Thanos? I do think Jeff is going to see play. I already purchased Jeff, but I was sitting on 27. Chat, I mean, when I say I bought Jeff, right? I was sitting on almost 28,000 tokens. Now I have 21,000 tokens. So, yeah, I bought the card. Jeff is more interest, and we're all going to get Kitty for free. Yeah. All right, let's go. Game no longer crashes the game and advises switching languages. No longer infinite morph spawns randomly. Copies king. This Series 3 token shark should now display properly when you have collected all Series 3 cards. Tapping duplicate kings in play with a term of rewinding should no longer cause that card to disappear. Spotlight cards in the Season Pass UI can now be focused by tapping anywhere on the card. Credit gold deep linking should now navigate to the shop from the reward mission detail view. New elements such as avatar memory emojis should no longer be clickable when viewing a card's details in game. Moving a card in the details view and releasing it should no longer close the details view. Fixed an issue could cause games to off-snap when certain card location combos were played with Galactus. Fix an issue that allowed you to use characters and deck names that should be blocked. What about what? All right. Fix some. What about bad names? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kitty Pryde was a big nerf. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to talk about Kitty Pryde next after we get through this. Fix some issues that cause Salmon VFX to play in a situation where it should not. Cards added to the hand by Cam. Lehigh no longer overlap. All right, navigation bar doesn't stay up when going to new items. Use item back in game. King should only cause the in-game music to kind of loop. Yeah, that was annoying. That's actually why I turned the in-game music off. I put it back on. Snapping after King being played should no longer result in overlapping UI. Nice. Claiming collector reserves after upgrading a card should no longer fail. Variants in the card shop no longer display the wrong card art when the shop refreshes. The Wrath VX should no longer be missing when your opponent triggers an effect. The sort and filter UMA would no longer remain open in the collection tab navigating other screens. Non-fictional full screen options should no longer be visible for iOS. Fixed the UI. All right. All right. PC 11 now. All right. Known issues. Let's see. All right. Quake shuffling of locations can prevent Shuri's buff from being applied. All right. So this is interesting. I knew there was a reason to read this. All right. Spamming the pin button on the items of token shop may cause an all snap hour. Scrolling through the shop conflict with new added horizontal token shop. Claim series 3 card token shop here. Remain claimable. Exit and return the mission. All right. Mission. Rare and super rare labels and cards not always translated. Ungulays delay the merge for. Okay. All right. Cards that change abilities like Mystique when it show up updated utility text return to hand. Spectrums, playing on the center so long Mega Red copy plays its VXX multiple times. Quadrum doesn't reduce the power of cards that have their cost and power swapped. So the way that Quantum Realm works with Mr. Negative is bugged, and that'll be changed, right? All right. Token shop doesn't snap. All right. Several currencies variants. All right. Visual bug. Time stone doesn't visually grant energy on the orb. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. All right. What did I miss? All right, what's the series drop? All right, let's talk about Kitty. All right, let's look at this article. All right. Let's see. Spider-Man 2099. First time this moves to a location. Wait. What? The first time this moves to what? What? Holy fuck. Holy fuckballs. Holy shit. Move decks just got like 1,000,000 times better. Wow. Wow. Timed all that shit. First time this moves to a location, destroy an enemy card there. Holy moly. On reveal, transform the highest card in your opponent's hand to a pig, keeping its power and cost. Wait a minute, wait. On transform the highest card in your opponent's head into a pig, keeping its power and cost. So this is basically a single card leech, right? This is a single card leech, right? This is a single card leech. Oof. Yeah, it turns a card into a token, and basically, and so like that'll ruin it. Oh my god, that's really good. That ruins so many cards. Like, what if it hits your Devil Dino? What if you're sitting with like your highest card in your hand is Devil Dino? Devil Dino is fucked. It just deletes the value of Devil Dino or Sarah, right? Oh my god, and null. Oh my god. Wow, fuck. Oh, dude, that's gonna be busted. All right, let's go through this. All new cards are going to be 6,000 tokens. Spider-Ham on reveal? I believe so. Yeah, on reveal. Transform the highest cost card in your opponent's hand into a pig, keeping its power and cost. Get fucked, Devil Dino. Get fucked, null. Oh my god. No, this is not on a card with... oh. I wonder what ability a pig will have unlocked by Evolutionary. That's an interesting question. Rip Nulduck because of Spider-Ham, yeah. Yes, that'll affect death. Oh, this will absolutely ruin death. Absolutely destroy death. And it'll hit death every time, right? Highest cost card in your opponent's hand, a pig, keeping its power and cost. Oh my god. This is going to be a busted card. Holy shit. Right? Yeah, but what if you're playing Sarah or Devil Dino or Darkhawk? They're just ruined, right? Ooh, this is not, yeah, not going to care about Infinite, though. That'd be pretty nice for Infinite. The Infinite's going to go, ha ha ha. Now, oh yeah, this will ruin Infinite. Yeah, Destroyer may not want to destroy, yeah. All right, do we have any other info? Let's talk about Kitty. Is there a link or is it just Discord? All right, let's see. Let me make this a little bigger. Iron Fist before Shuri. Come on, nobody's gonna. I mean, that's fine, but still, that's a lot of work, man. That's way too much work. Thank you for that. Of course, I mean that's like that King Cosmo thing. Like, oh my god, that was so hard to pull off. I suppose. All right, we'll talk about that. Yeah, I wonder if Pig is going to get a high evolutionary thing. All right, Kitty Pride update. Let's just take a look. There were some notes on this. Recent release of Kitty Pride didn't go according to plan. Be compensating all players. Thank you for your patience across the process. Shortly after the card was enabled in live servers, saw reports of game-breaking issues. Disable the card from being played in any matches. Purchase in the token shop or collect in the collection level track until we find a solution. Ugh. Since then, we've been exploring fixes for Kitty Pride's multiple issues. However, we found out in order to do so, it would involve fundamental changes in current game engine. Instead of modifying the entire game's rule set or re-releasing a partially bugged card, we're reworking Kitty's design to satisfy her existing gameplay synergies in a simpler way. You can return this to your hand to gain 2 power. Now it says when this returns to your hand, plus 2 power returns at the start of each turn. So this means that you can use this with Beast to get not only a cheaper card, but the 2 power. So this is going to synergize well with Beast. Beast, Angela, Bishop will not synergize well with but it won't work with 6 drops, right? Falcon, but yeah, but what is it's or Falcon doesn't do anything though, right? It already goes back into your hand. So Falcon doesn't help you any, right? It already was going back into your hand. So what is Falcon doing for you? All right. All right, so this is going to work with Beast, work with Angela, work with Bishop, but you're really not going to want to play 6 drops with this card, right? Because it always goes back to your hand, returns at the start of each turn, so you're going to have to replay it on turn 6, right? Also, if you have a full hand, it'll stay on the board, I guess, right? $6,000 tokens. Everybody's going to get the card for free. And the people that bought her are going to get 8,000 tones, Kitty Pride base avatar, May patch. All players receive the rework Kitty Pride for free. Okay. It should trigger collector. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to work with Beast for sure. Let's see here. Let's go to Twitter. Actually, there's a good was it Marvel? All right, so we can talk about, there's something here about Leech. Does this mean that the new Leech doesn't counter She-Hulk since her cost will be set before Leech hits her? No. While She-Hulk's calculation is a trigger, the cost reduction is applied passively, so Leech disables it. All right. Leader copies each card with the highest power. If cards aren't revealed, he'll use their base of values to compare. If they are, he'll use their current power. All right. Leech triggers before the turn 6 draw. Ghost spider. On reveal, move the last card you played here. All right, let's keep going. Series drop. Let's find out what Kitty Kitty Pride's interaction collector going to work. Yes. All right. I want the Will Beast turn her into a 0 cost when she's worked? Alternate wave remain the same. Thanks for reading. Beast. Okay. Reduction now stick. Effect will give her 2 power. She will now cost 4 wave when is active, and the reason she didn't before because they had not resolved her in your hand. Now she'll be there and subject to abilities affecting cards in your hand. All right. Current players get her for free. Yeah. Oh, the rework Kitty returns to your hand before you draw a card. That's kind of important, right? So she won't get locked if you have 6 cards. She'll actually clog. Oh boy, that's interesting. All right, what am I missing? Silk? All right, good idea. Wow, 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 wow. Hand management size is going to be about, yeah. Nebula click, yeah. Series drop is now. Everything's happened. Yes, we're going to make a video real quick. Waiting to grab Bast as your freebie. Not a terrible... That's a pretty good choice, actually. Nebula got a kit update. Do you have a screenshot of that? Or is there a website that already has it updated? Because Nebula's had about 3 different versions of kits. Like, I've seen 2 versions of Nebula. This will be the 3rd version. Yeah, Silk's right here. Snap zone? All right. Nebula is seen so many different versions. Each turn, your opponent doesn't play a card here +2 power, except the turn you play this. How many versions of this card have we seen? Right? Yeah, this card has drastically changed several times. Yeah. So, I mean, it's like a 1-card leech. Oink. Yeah, it's like it's basically a leech, a single card leech. Patch changes. Hold on. All right, so let's just go over everything. Spider Ham, which is a pig. Keep in mind, oh my God, this website. Nebula has changed a million times. I don't like this at all. I don't like this formatting. I don't like the formatting on this website. Spider-Man 2099, Ghost Spider, Silk. All right, we'll go over the patch notes. Leech. Kitty Pride. So these are coming what in June? Wait, this is going to be like for June? Yeah, I don't like that. Probably June, yeah. June. All right. All right, we've got massive patch notes. We're going to talk about the nerf to not only Leech and Lockjaw and Shuri. We're going to talk about June and some amazing cards that are coming out in the Spider patch. We're also going to talk about the clarifications on Kitty Pryde, who everybody's going to be getting for free in a month, and the changes to her and how that is going to interact. And also we've got some developer comments. So we're going to have a lot of information here to unpack. This looks absolutely busted. Spider Ham on reveal, transform the highest card cost in your opponent's hand into a pig, keeping its power and cost, and they will convert into a pig and it'll say oink. So this is like, this looks like a busted card, absolute busted card. Basically, imagine that like your highest cost card in your hand is Devil Dino. Now it's just a 5/3. The ongoing abilities, it's basically a single card leech that is targeting whatever is the highest in card cost in your opponent's hand, which could be death. Death is going to be there and it's going to ruin death. Death will be unplayable. This is going to be a very, very big card. Now we're going to go over all of the spider cards that we know about. But before I move on, I want to talk about Nebula, and that this card has seen several changes in the data mine. And the reason why that's important is that I'm looking at this Spider Ham card and it looks amazing. Like I want this card, right? But Nebula's changed so many times. So everything in the data mine is subject to change. It gives us an insight what the developers are thinking, but they can and do change the cards multiple times. And Nebula is a good example of that. Each turn, your opponent doesn't play a card here, +2 power, except the turn you play this. So that's an example of card that has changed multiple times. So keep everything that we say here on unreleased cards with a grain of salt. Spider-Man 2099. Wow! Move decks are going to be amazing. The first time this moves to a location, destroy an enemy card there. What? Heimdall? Blowing up cards? This looks so good. We've got some, so both Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Ham were found in the patch for today. So those are new finds. We've got some other cards that have been in the data mines for a while. And like I said, June is going to probably be Spider Month with the movie and everything, right? Into Spider-Verse 2. On reveal, this is for Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen. Some people know her as Spider-Gwen, but it's Ghost Spider now. On reveal, move the last card you played here. Not entirely sure how that's going to play out, but that's interesting. And then we also have Silk, which is a 2/5. Wow. After any card is played here, this moves to another location. So she's going to be bouncing all over the place, but 2/5. Oh my God. And think about how many times that could trigger like Craven. It just seems so good. So move will have its day. There will be move decks. Move has been nuanced, predictable, but very interesting and powerful at times. But move will have its day for sure. Now, we're going to talk about the patch notes. First thing I want to say is that the following cards have dropped. So all of these cards here are now in Series 3. I think Bast is a very important card. We're going to talk about the changes to Shuri. I also think Valkyrie is an important card. And then going from Series 4 to Series 5, Stature, MODOK, and Ghost. I already have MODOK because that was a Battle Pass card, and I have limited interest in Stature and Ghost. But Bast is one of my personal favorites. I think Valkyrie's interesting. She really hasn't found a true home yet, in my opinion. And then Shuri will still be playable. We're going to talk about the changes to Shuri. So they changed the token shop, and it looks good. I'm very much a fan of this. Like you can see here is Jeff, and you can see I've already purchased him. Then we've got a rotational card right here, which is going to rotate between Series 4 and 5. And then right here will be an ultimate variant. So that'll be a cosmetic only. And so this will be rotating. And then this one right here will be the new Series 5 card that's purchasable for 6,000 tokens. That'll show up there weekly, and then it'll disappear after 6 days. Then there's still the Series 3 spot for you to get your free Series 3 spot. So that is fantastic. So let's talk about Shuri and what is going to happen. And we're also going to talk about some of the generic things that they've done. Also, players that reach infinite rank will only match against other infinite rank players. And then also, the people that were using Agatha to farm season past experience will only work 10 hours a day. So there was a way of using Agatha with an auto clicker to get a lot of extra season experience and just go like really high in the season thing. Well, they're limiting now that to 10 hours a day of gameplay. Balance updates, the part that we all want to know about. Shuri, on reveal, double the power of the next card you play. Now we'll say on reveal, if you play your next card here, double its power. When I first saw this, it was like, wow, this is going to limit effectiveness of Cosmo and the ability to perhaps do Arnim Zola. Let's read what they said, and then I'll talk about what decks I think are going to thrive after this. Considered a number of changes to Shuri, but they all tended to ruin her current decks. Some even theoretically risked making a new monster with different parts. That's not a great risk to running with balance, a problematically strong card. The change we're making today may seem small and subtle, but we expect to be impactful and retain the same flow of play for existing decks with the consistent goal of our balanced philosophy. The nerf removes Cosmo's protective capacity for her target and makes single card answers like Valkyrie easier to aim, and indirectly buff lanes control elements like Professor X. We're taking a risk here, and this nerf could leave Shuri still in a strength outlier. If so, react quickly. And so my first two thoughts is that Cosmo's not going to be a thing in Shuri decks, and Arnim Zola largely hasn't been. But I also thought maybe Sauron will have its day. Now, Sauron, the reason why people stop playing Sauron is so that you could play Cosmo and armor. But there are versions of the Sauron deck that run armor, and they're very effective. So if you have Sauron, maybe consider this change right here. The biggest advantage to running Sauron is that you can run Ebony Maw instead of Titania. It's very powerful being able to play a 7 power 1-drop on turn 6. You also could play Typhoid Mary. So just keep this in mind. This might become a thing. Sauron might replace Shuri. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know if that many people have Sauron. Largely has been not worth it because how powerful Shuri was without, and you could play Cosmo. So maybe that will change going forward. Leech. Okay, so it is a nerf, but it also is a buff. Leech used to be on reveal. Now it is not an unreveal card. Basically, at the start of turn 6, remove all abilities from cards in your opponent's hand. So if you think about, people were often putting Leech into Lockjaw. Well, that won't work. Basically, Leech will have to be on the board for this to happen. And I've got a bunch of comments from the developers on how this is going to interact with some particular cards. Let's read the comments here first. It's never been our goal for Leech to be a heavily played card, and we understand that it's been a frustration lately. When it's happening, it usually means a finisher is typically strong against pure power like Leech later, and a deck can play Leech earlier than turn 5 too often, like Lockjaw Thanos. We tried in the past to weaken the stronger cards in those decks, but it's been a balance and design obstacle. Thus, we decided to remove the early Leech from the equation. So basically now Leech is going to be effective on turn 6, but in turn 4 Leech, turn 5 Leech, yeah, it can go off, but the effect doesn't happen until turn 6. Leech is designed to counter some powerful in-game cards and combinations from Unuke's angle without any setup, which is important to have around in the event those decks begin to overperform. This change should let him fulfill that role while necessarily ever making him a foundational piece of the metagames. But it's not a non-reveal anymore. So there were some questions asked on Twitter. Does this mean the new Leech doesn't counter She-Hulk since her cost will be set before Leech hits her? And they say no. While She-Hulk's calculation is a trigger, the cost reduction is applied passively, so Leech disables it. The other question that came up was about when does Leech trigger before the draw, and that is true. So the final card that you draw will still have their abilities. Let's move on and talk about Lockjaw. A lot of people are upset about this because basically it's just a straight up nerf to Lockjaw. Basically, it's once per turn now. Lockjaw is a fun, exciting card, but each trigger of this good boy basically draws a card and generates up to 6 energy at random. It's a lot of variance to have in multiple competitive decks. As we add cards, new and improved ways to sidestep Lockjaw's risk will also become available. So they're talking about this is limiting to their design and going forward. And they think it was going to be a problematic card, when they build new cards. Since we believe the most powerful and frustrating use of Lockjaw trigger is in multiple times in a turn, often with a snap along the way, we're changing that, limiting Lockjaw to one swap each turn. Focus the player to develop their board without letting them sprint ahead or spring a late surprise. This will make Lockjaw simpler to play against and less potent in decks, incidentally playing a lot of cheap cards like Thanos. Okay. All right. We'll see how this plays, but this seems pretty heavy-handed, but I know a lot of people were wanting them to do something to Lockjaw before they did things to Moonstone. Maybe they'll revert Moonstone on Thanos. I don't know. America Chavez. Okay, so this is an interesting but subtle change. You always draw this card on turn 6 and not before, and then now it's going to be starts on the bottom of your deck. Draw this on turn 6. Now, it's interesting. Cable draws from the bottom of your deck. So if your opponent is playing Cable, they'll get your Chavez. And previously, if you were about to draw America Chavez, we just draw your next card instead. This means that over the course of the game, she's more likely to be the top card of your deck. Thus, far less, this is largely being unimportant outside of Yondu. And if you played Yondu, you notice that Yondu often got Chavez because she was on the top of the deck and she just wasn't being drawn until turn 6. So this is, in a way, a nerf to Yondu players, because Yondu players are typically running Null, and they would almost all, it seems like a good percentage of times you would hit Chavez with Yondu because she was on the top of the deck. That's not going to happen anymore. But it does restrict your ability to print cards that interact with the top of your deck. We expect this update to have little impact on Chavez functionally overall. So this is a subtle nerf to basically Cable, and it's a subtle nerf to decks that run Yondu and Null. The reason why they're changing this is for 2 cards. Again, these are data mine cards subject to change. Howard the Duck, which is a card that's coming out here in the intermediate term. Tap this to see the top card of your deck, and then also Iron Lad. I think this card might be a Battle Pass card. We'll have to see. On reveal, copy the text of your deck's top card. So this is going to make, if Chavez was just on the top of your deck, that wouldn't be necessarily a desirable interaction with those 2 upcoming cards. Now, Jubilee, this is the way that Jubilee used to work. Jubilee used to be on reveal, add the top card of your deck to this location. They changed it specifically because of Chavez, if you remember back in the day. Some of our players may remember a time where Jubilee had this ability. Back then, Jubilee would often be a 4/10, and she pull Chavez very consistently. We decided at the time to change Jubilee's effect instead of Chavez, as the former was much simpler to change to communicate. However, we're looking to design cards that interact with the top of your deck in the future, which I just showcased. We're bringing this design back to expect to have little impact on Jubilee for the time being. This is true. Now, Leader. And I do think that Leader will be viable in certain types of decks, decks that run Wave, or decks that run Sandman. So Leader could have a resurgence. It is still a pretty significant nerf to the old version. What they massacred Leader and made him a weird version of Claw, and it was pretty drastic. And so they're going to revert him to a certain degree on reveal. Copy the enemy cards, plural, if they have the same power, with the highest power played this turn, but on your side. So if the cards have the same power, it'll copy multiple cards. We were clearly too harsh on Leader with his previous nerf, and we're dismayed that action became go-to example of how ruinous a nerf can be. Our balanced philosophy is to preserve as much of the playability as we reasonably can while weakening cards, and we didn't succeed here previously. With this change, we're aiming to bring his strength back up to a playable spot for a 6-card cost, but still avoid the oppressive impact on original form had. We erred on the cautious side with his power for now, but because some previous defense against the original Leader as playing weaker cards before a strong one no longer apply. So I actually see Leader with these changes that they're talking about here being played in Sandman decks, or maybe in decks that run Wave. So like, you typically play Wave on turn 5, soak up 2 energy into Sunspot, and then on the final turn, you play She-Hulk for 2, Death for 0, and then Leader, which copies what their card, and you're hoping your opponent can only play 1 card. So this could be very important in decks like Death Wave or Doom Wave, or there's a lot of or even a Sandman Leech deck. So hopefully this Leader was horrible. I mean, horrible. Leader before was like 6-4, copy all the cards, but on your side. It was ridiculous. So this becomes more situational, but still potentially powerful in those particular types of decks. A couple things. They noted a known issue with Quake on the way it works with Shuri. I haven't tested this, but it says Quake shuffling of locations can prevent Shuri's buff from being applied. And then also they mention a known issue with Quantum Realm doesn't reduce the power of cards that have their cost and power swapped. Specifically, that would be with Mr. Negative. Now, I just want to go over everything we already talked about and then talk about what's happening with Kitty. Long and short of it is that everybody is going to get a copy of Kitty Pryde for free a month from now. But they had to change the functionality of the way that Kitty works. And then they're going to reimburse the people that already purchased Kitty with 8,000 tokens and a Kitty Pryde avatar. So let's just read what they had to say. And then we're going to talk about, I've got several comments from the developers that answer questions on the functionality of Kitty, because it's still kind of confusing. Recent release of Kitty Pryde was a disaster, and will be compensating all players to thank you for your patience during the process. Shortly after the card was enabled on live servers, we saw reports of game-breaking issues. Yeah, I was playing against Arnold when he was using Kitty Pryde, and I got locked out of the game for 20 minutes. It was a disaster. Disabled the card from being played in any matches and being purchased in the token shop, and collected the collection level track until we could find a solution. Since then, we've been exploring fixes for Kitty Pryde's multiple issues. Yes, there were multiple issues. However, it didn't work right at all, basically. There was weird interactions with Beast and Collector, and it crashed the game. It crashed your opponent's game, which is even worse, right? You didn't even have to own Kitty, and you could be negatively impacted by Kitty just by playing somebody else that was playing Kitty. It was horrible. However, we found that in order to do so, it involved fundamental changes to our current game engine. Instead of modifying the entire game's rule set or re-releasing a partially bugged card, we're reworking Kitty design to satisfy her existing gameplay synergies and goals in a simpler way. In a lot of ways, she's not as good of a card. I don't think she's going to have like universal appeal like Sunspot or anything like that. She's going to be situational but powerful in decks that specifically run Beast, Angela, and Bishop. So the way she worked was that you had the option of returning her to your hand and getting 2 power. Now she basically always at the start of the turn goes back to your hand. And before we talk about when this returns your hand plus 2 power, the problem with this is that so the beginning of turn 6, she bounces back to your hand, and then you pay 1 mana and you replay her, right? Which means that she's basically not useful in most decks that want to play a 6-cost card. So if you're going to play Kitty, no 6-cost cards. That's what that basically means. Because unless you just don't care about playing Kitty, you just don't play Kitty. She's basically a dead card and just goes back to your hand. Now, it says when this returns to your hand. Now, that is good because now she interacts better with like Beast and Falcon, and specifically Beast. When she goes back to your hand, then she becomes a 0-cost card. So this becomes an absolute no-brainer with Beast. So like on turn 3, Kitty was on the board. Kitty bounces back to your hand. You play Kitty for 1, and then you play Beast for 2, and then Kitty bounces back to your hand and now costs 0, and then you could use that for the rest of the turns without any additional mana. Amazing. So there's going to be a ton of useful situations with Beast, specifically with Angela and Bishop and Beast is the way I see it. And I think this is going to be a playable card in those circumstances. So she'll get play, but I don't see her being like a universally played card like Sunspot, just because like how, would you ever want to you would have negative synergy in theory with her and 6-cost cards. All right, let's read what else will they say. We need a bit more testing, verify that everything's functional as expected. Kitty Pryde, we're returning the game in the May patch, so we're about 4 weeks. We recognize there's been frustrating experience, especially when players purchase Kitty Pryde. Then she's able to haven't had access to 6,000 tokens. So for the people that purchased Kitty, they will be getting 8,000 tokens and an avatar. And then all players will be getting the reworked Kitty Pryde for free. Now, before we wrap up the video, we're just going to talk about a couple comments that were made by the developers about Kitty. Is Kitty Pryde's interaction with Collector going to be fixed after the rework? Yes. All right, cool. So now Collector is going to work with her, right? Will Beast turn her into 0 cost when she's reworked? Also, will her interaction with Wave remain the same? Thanks for reading. So this is interesting because the answer to this part is yes, and then the reaction to this is no. Yes, Beast cost reduction will now stick. His effect will also give her 2 power. So basically, Beast will make her 0. So the synergy, it's like Kitty plus Beast is a no-brainer, right? She will now cost 4 when Wave is active, as the reason she did before was that the game had not yet resolved her in your hand. Now she'll be there and subject to abilities affecting cards in your hand. Very important clarification because it worked differently before. And then lastly, so hand management is going to be a problem with her because at the beginning of every turn, she comes back to your hand, right? So when do you draw cards? When do you be clogged? If you're clogged, she won't bounce back to your hand with like the way that Luke's bar works. If you have a full hand of 7, she'll stay on the board. But the order of operations is interesting here because this is going to be a thing with her. Does Kitty return to your hand before or after the card you draw that turn? The rework Kitty returns your hand before you draw a card, but after the next location reveals if it's turn 2 or 3. So, if you have 6 cards in your hand, Kitty will come into your hand and then you won't be able to draw a card. If you have 7 cards in your hand, she'll stay on the board and you still won't be able to draw a card. So that's interesting, right? There's going to be hand management issues like there is already with bounce decks. So let me know what you think in the comment section. I, for one, am beyond hyped on this Spider-Ham card. Wow, a 1-drop that could destroy Devil Dino? That basically, right? I'm pretty hyped about this. Hopefully this card stays in its current form. Let me know what you think in the comment section as always. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now. She's going to be Series 5. So anybody that's playing the game at the time that I should have put in the video, but it just seemed like everybody's getting her for free. But if you start the game after that period, she'll be in Series 5. But so I don't know in what situation that would matter for people that are playing right now. Spot Zone 29, but move decks are going to be so good. Beyond hyped. Beyond hyped for move decks. We're going to play Jeff now. I'm going to upload this video. I got to make a thumbnail real quick. If I have a pinned card, can I still get it in reserves? I guess I don't understand the question. If you pin this card, it just stays there. I don't, where are you wanting it to show up? Once you pin it, it stays there. I guess I don't understand your question. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Oh, you're in collector reserves. Yes. In fact, I pinned Galactus and then literally pulled Galactus 30 seconds later. It happened to me, actually. I understand your question now. Shannon, I pulled 2. I pulled Snowguard and Galactus already. What cards did you pull? I've noticed a lot of people think they're Series 5 cards when they just didn't realize that they already dropped to Series 4. I've had multiple people say, I just pulled Bast. Series 5 card is like, well, that's a Series 4 card. There's been a lot of that going on. Or people are unclear of what series the cards are in. The Leech nerf seems almost leaderish. Okay, so I'm a big fan of this Leech nerf. I'll tell you why. Leech purpose was to prevent decks from dumping their hands on turn 6 and doing wacky combos on turn 6. Just like Shang-Chi stops certain types of decks from doing things, and Killmonger stops certain types of decks from doing certain things, and Sandman stops certain types of decks of doing certain things. The problem is that Leech was getting played on turn 3 or turn 4, and that sucks. So, and you don't have to agree with me on this, but if you play a zoo deck with a lot of 1-drops, you just have to understand that somebody might be playing Killmonger. There are counters to your deck. Get over it. There's counters to your deck. Right? And Leech was doing more than they wanted it to do. Yeah, so I'm really happy that they changed Leech to be more in alignment of what they wanted the card to do, which was to fuck with decks that dump their hands on turn 6 or do combos on turn 6. That was the point of the whole card. And it may be targeting your deck, but that's the way counter cards and tech cards work. I mean, yeah. My free pool 3-shop reset, nice. Yeah, it's a great. Brock called it. Yeah, a lot of people called the Shuri one too. I think this is great. I'm glad that they made these changes. I know Galactus players are going to be super excited about these LEECH changes because now they can still play Galactus on turn 5. Right? All right, we got to make a thumbnail real quick. Oh, did I crash my browser? Did I crash Chrome? Okay, let's see here. Photoshop. All right, let's bring in the spider. See, this is probably 2099. Spider-Man 2099. We put you right there. And then all right, let's put Snap logo at the top. Oh my God, I dislike Photoshop very much. Watched a video about DaVinci Resolve last night. I'm thinking about completely moving away from Adobe products. Yeah, I've spent over the last 5 years, I've probably spent $2,000 on Adobe Premiere when I could just buy DaVinci Resolve outright for $300. It's a total scam. Total scam. You switched over to Resolve? Yeah, they had, I went to the show on Sunday, and was it Black Magic is the parent company of DaVinci Resolve. They were like the featured exhibitor there. They were everywhere. It was monstrous. Like they had a very strong, impressive presence there. The term leader treatment. Oh, they yeeted that card. All right, let's build a. What do I want this deck to do? Yeah, Mark, if you get to 12,000 tokens, maybe consider buying something like Thanos. High Evolutionary is going to be very good. I think that get ready for the Luke Cage counter meta. Yeah, but if you have over 12,000 tokens, buy something, right? He is a deck. High Evolutionary is 8 cards, basically. It's a pre-constructed deck, basically, of 8 cards. Hey, I'll get you a link to a video about it. It's the closest thing to a pre-constructed deck in this game. Wow. High Evolutionary looks like what do I want to do? It resets every month. Mine doesn't reset until, and they give you the date that it resets, right? It doesn't it resets once a month. So like mine doesn't reset for 1 week and 6 days. Yeah, power creep in games is real, or else you just get cards like Snow Guard and nobody cares. They have to choose between Snow Guard and good cards. What would you rather have? Every card be like Snow Guard, or every card be like Jeff or High Evolutionary? All right, let's start with Snow Guard, or let's start with Jeff. See, I feel like I want to play Daredevil. I don't know that Jeff's amazing. Jeff seems playable and useful. My goodness. I mean, first of all, any card that costs 2-3, I mean, they're going to be at least worth their power, right? I mean, whenever you play a 2-drop and you can get 3 power out of it, you know, it's like cool. You know, that's why armor gets played so much. There's like some exceptions, I suppose. Hulkbuster? I don't know about Hulkbuster. Or do I want to play a move deck with Jeff? Let's see. Let's put Jeff here. My name is Jeff. When a card moves here, destroy it. Yikes. All right, let's play Jeff. Well, they changed the background. This is great. You see they changed the background a little bit? Oh, look at that. Dude. Jeff. Or should I play Jeff over here? No, I don't want to. I want to play Jeff there because of Fist Tower, right? Deadpool. I think we're going to place, ongoing here. I think we're going to place Professor X into Strange Academy, right? All right, we're playing a junk deck with Jeff, and we're checking it out. Looks pretty interesting. We've already got a good start here. We got Jeff on the board. I put Jeff on the left because I didn't want to get hit with Fist Tower. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Don't have a lot of... I guess, kind of... Yeah, I guess we're going to place... Let's see, we got Carnage, Deathlock, and then we're going to place Professor X in the middle. Deadpool, Killmonger, yikes. All right, so they're deleting Deadpool, right? And Deadpool's gonna be what? How many times has that Deadpool been destroyed? Twice, and then Nova. So what is he? What's the power of Deadpool? I don't even remember. I can't remember. Yeah, we're gonna lock him up. And then that'll screw these cards here. And they'll have to go. We should have snapped there. Oh, those cards are going to get bounced over there, right? They get exploded. I mean, Wolverine doesn't mind. Do I want to do it that way? Or do I want to get... Death into the middle? All right, there we go. Oh, no! I played it at the order wrong? I played the order wrong. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. All right. Is Jeff worth 6K? Probably not. I don't know, man. I bought it because I'm sitting on like 6,000 tokens. Baby shark-a doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Baby shark-a doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We're going to do it. All right. Yeah. All right, we got Jeff. My name is Jeff. All right, we're just going to save him. Let's put Daredevil down. You place a 3 or 4 card, move it here. Okay. Why don't we go and clean that up? I don't want them to have a copy of this card. Let's see how it goes. What do I want to do here? I guess I want to play Jeff. Let's play Jeff. Where do I want to play Jeff? Doesn't matter, right? I'll just put him there. Oof. All right. Sane man. All right. All right, so we're going to get Professor X here, right? Wait a minute. So, what resolves first? I resolve first, right? So, I resolve first. So, I can move this. See, that is a total of 4 power there. 4 power there. And then I can move Jeff over, right? right, how do I want to... What do I want to do here? Opponent snap. So he's going to Odin, right? He's going to Odin and get another one. Nice. I don't think we're going to play this out. See, 4, 12. Does that win? I don't know. I think it does. Oh, they got Jeff also. You jerk. That's cheating. That's cheating. That's cheating. You can't play Jeff also. That's cheating. So that's cool, right? Sandman, he was able to play 2 cards with Sandman. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. Jeff is not trash. We just lost 4. Oh, what is that? Why is it doing that? All right, we're going to do it again. Yeah, Jeff ignores Sandman. Jeff ignores Professor X. That is kind of cool, right? Yeah, he ignores Electro as well. I think optimally putting him in a Sandman deck probably makes the most sense. Right? All right. Yondu. All right. On turn 5, all cards must be played here. Well, all right. We're going to put Daredevil over there. We got Sentinel. Both cards play from their opponent's deck. Always fun. My favorite, absolute favorite thing about this game is playing, not being able to play your own deck, having to play your opponent's deck. All right. Take that Green Goblin, you. All right, so Storm. We're going to do that. And then we'll play Jeff later, right? White Queen, what do they get? They got Polaris. Last turn. All right, so we have to play over here, right? And do I want to play Jubilee here? I don't think I want to play Jubilee. What do they got? Jessica Jones. So, I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything I want to do? Opponent snaps. All right, well, I can get into this location with Jeff, right? Jeff. All right, and then do I ignore that location there? See, that's going to be a total of 8. 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4. 4 plus, see, that's minus, that's 1. So it's going to be a total of 9. How do I get 9 power there? Do I just load up my stats there? Let's try to get as much stats there as possible. Then the last turn, we just play something simple there, right? So they're gonna, as long as I put 4 power there, I win, right? Easy. Jeff had nothing to do with it, but I just want to point out that I can play Jeff there. Don't need to, because I just do that, right? It's going to go up by 4 power. There we go. We got the W. That was pretty cool. So it works well. Jeff works well with Electro, Sandman, Storm, Professor X. Woo! Jeff. All right. I don't know why it's doing this. It's weird. All right. Let's see here. Let's collect some of these missions. Jeff is amazing so far. So we've seen a couple of examples of how Jeff works in just these decks here. We saw interactions with Cerebro. We saw interactions with Sandman, Electro, and Professor X and Storm. So that's great. All right, let's see here. We're gonna place Hood, and then we'll chew that up with Carnage. Or if we draw into Viper, we will send that over. Ooh. Yeah, let's send that over. Have fun. My goodness. What are they going to do? Play armor? Why would you snap? I don't understand. Invisible Woman? All right. Oh, doesn't Polaris mess with Invisible Woman? Huh. No, armor reveal effects do not happen at this location. Get snapped! Get snapped! All right. I don't even know. We're gonna snap because it's fun, right? Baby shark do. All right. Yeah, they're not happy about that. Nowhere. All right. Oof. All right. Well. Maybe that's why they snapped. All right, we're going to get rid of that. Like that. All right. So I guess I've got some options here, right? Nick Fury, wow. Wow. So what do we want to do here? I think I want to... I'm going to play Professor X over here, and then I can move Jeff out if I don't need him, right? Giganto. All right. So we're going to move our Jeff out of that location, right? They pull Giganto. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at the crackle on that guy. This is some crazy variance over here, man. All right. On reveal effects don't happen. That seems good. I think they're going to go middle. I think they're going to ignore that. I don't necessarily want to pull over. Let's try it like this and see how it goes. Nope, they went the other direction. All right, well, we lose. Magneto? Is that a Hasselhoff version? My goodness, I didn't know that existed. Should have played Leech. Oh my God. How did he play gigantic left? I actually don't know. Did I miss something? Was Titan out there? Or No, it was Giganto. Yeah, it was at a 5. Yeah. Electro. Yeah. Armor. Yeah, Electro was in that game. Yeah, he sent over the Electro and I carnaged it. Yeah. That's a new animation, right? Everybody's playing Jeff. Oh, that's my Jeff right there, huh? Should play Claw there. Or is Claw better as a surprise card? Yeah, let's play Claw there. And then I can play Destroyer on the last turn, right? If I have to. He stole the... Yeah, it's a new animation for Atlantis. This is my baby shark right here. We're playing Weird World. Does he buff? No. So I have more points, right? Weird World is more rare than normal locations. I don't know if it's as rare as Ego. I don't like that new scene where it shows the upgrades. I don't like that. Junkie Jeff. All right, Jeff has amazing interactions with Electro, Sandman, Storm, Professor X. We're just playing around with Professor X. I actually think that probably the optimal Jeff deck will be a Sandman Electro deck. Like, I think it's a no-brainer in there, right? I just don't feel like playing that deck. You could do yourself a favor and remove Leech from that deck and put in Jeff. Excellent suggestion, right? Am I right or am I right? To all you Sandman ramp players, just take out that bot Jeff. Just take out Leech. All right, what do we want to do here? Let's see. Let's send them the hood. Wolverine. Ooh, look at that. Jeff can go right into miniaturized lab. How nice is that? How amazing is that? I love that. What do I want to do is the question. Remove Leech from your deck or you get your video game license revoked. Yes. Yeah, I believe Jeff is very good in electro ramp. All right, Nimrod. All right, let's see here. Let's snap now. Snapperino. No, you can play Jeff even though you have Electro on the board. You can play Jeff even when Sandman's on the board. It's amazing. All right, how do I want to play this? They are going to Destroyer, right? They're going to play Destroyer. So the question is, how do I want to mess with their Destroyer the most? Can I mess with their Destroyer the most? Do I just load up on one lane? And like do I just see them? They just opponent retreated. All right. I don't think it's a turn 6 Galactus. Let's see. I don't know. All right, we're gonna keep going. Gotta collect my daily missions. All right, play. Mjolnir. All right, what do we got here? All right, what do we got here? Superflow. All right, let's do that. We're playing against a. Should I pull him over like that? Wave, all right. All right, so opponent snapped. Why are you so mean to me? So nobody can play a card this turn, right? All right, Green Goblin. Do. Storm. All right. All right, so we're going to go over here and place Professor X and see if that just messes with them or not, right? No! All right. Yeah, now they can't play any cards on their turn. They can't play any cards, right? They can't play any card. Yeah, they can't play any cards. They're out of luck. They're out of luck. All right. So how do I win this? This is great. All right. Let's see. Let's do. Let's play Jeff. There we go. There they go. All right. And I could play Jeff. Did you see that? How I was able to play Jeff? Even though Sandman was in play, I was able to play Jeff. I would put Debris and Jeff down. Jeff doesn't care about Sandman. Jeff doesn't care about Electro. Jeff doesn't care about Professor X. Jeff doesn't care about Storm. He's the best. Yeah. All right, we're going to get some of this some of this goodness. Season passed. Oh, we get the Hitmonkey avatar. Let's go. They could have jeffed me back into the storm lane is correct. I'm going to assume that Sandman Leech decks are all playing Jeff at this point, because that makes sense to me, right? I think this is going to be a fairly popular card. Probably the optimal build, like the sweaty deck build for this is going to be Electro Ramp for sure. Yondu, all right. After each turn, if there's more than one card here, destroy them. All right. Like if this is a Galactus, right? A Galactus King. Yeah, maybe it is Galactus. If it is Galactus, we're going to send that over, right? I'll send that over. Rickety Bridge, Electro. Yeah. I wonder if this screws them over right here. The Green Goblin on their side. Also, I can just ignore it, right? All right, we're going to play GF, and then Demon. And then I'll play Professor X in the middle. Because why not, right? Play Professor X in the middle. All right, so that's going to explode, right? He's going to bring over the Green Goblin, right? And he's going to play Galactus right here. And then we're just going to Professor X him and win. We are going to win right now. Yep. He's going to move over. This is a Galactus deck. He's going to move Green Goblin over and play Galactus, right? Well, let's see what he did. So he's going to play Nimrod. All right. So how do I want to mess with him the most? I think playing... This messes with him for sure, right? And then we'll move... Do we want to move that over? I can move Jeff later. All right. They're going to put a card there, right? They're going to put Destroyer here, and then they'll get that. So I need to beat Destroyer. And I don't really like this. Is that enough to win? We tie, then I win by 11. And then if it gets destroyed, it kicks the Nimrod back. So he's going to play Destroyer. Nimrod's going to go over there. Then the Nimrod will go back. And so he will have 21. 21. Is that enough points to win? I think I lose the tiebreaker. All right, he did it differently than I thought. So I just, oh, okay. Turn 6 Galactus. Well, we both lose, right? So it's a tie. Oh, this guy is amazing. Thumbs up player. You know what? You know what we do when someone thumbs us? We fist bump them. Because they were annoyed and we weren't. Right? Mystery variant. Let's go Pixel. What do I want? I want a Pixel Hobgoblin. Pixel Goose? Oh, dude. Am I gonna play that? I think I'm gonna play that. It's a troll card, right? All right. I might actually play that. Oh, we don't want that. We want this. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I could have won that game with Polaris. Yeah, I wasn't expecting I was expecting Destroyer over Galactus. Probably should have played it for Galactus. But anyways, what do we got? I don't really like Mojo World. Do you like Mojo World? Well, maybe. Yeah, but then Galactus wouldn't have triggered, is what I'm thinking, because of Polaris. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Want to just pull this guy off? I can do that later, right? All right. What do we got? I don't think we're going to see Jeff in this game. I guess they decided they didn't like this game. I wouldn't have liked it either, man. They got new sounds in this game for sure. Pet Mansion. All right, we're gonna do the Hood Viper combo. All right, +5 energy. Well, guess what? You're gonna get this, and you're gonna get that, and I'm gonna put that there. Why not? Have fun. Blizzard. What do you got there? Electro. All right. Viper, you can have that. When a card moves here, destroy it. Well, that's not great. I mean, we have Polaris and Jeff in this deck, but... Ooh, Jeff. Well, we're going to place Jeff into Fisk Tower because... This tower will obliterate him for sure. Professor X. We're gonna YOLO this right here. Good call. Odin. Oh, he sent my Green Goblin back. Very nice. Oh. You bad man. You bad man, you. What is he going to play? Doom? Probably Doom, right? Why don't we go over here and see how this works? Let's see what he does. Probably going to play Doom. Be my guess. Leader? What the hell is that? He played Leader? The new Leader? Whoa, so the new Sandman decks are going to play Leader and Jeff? Oh my god. I don't like this change. I don't want to see these cards. Team Dog. Good girl. Yeah, I think the new leader is back, right? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'll let you be the decision of that. Sandman leader. Oh, look at that. Get yeeted. All right. Gamma Lab. All right, let's do that. All right, what do we got? Murder World. Well, we can just let that happen, right? That doesn't help me. And that doesn't help me. Neither of those help me, right? I guess I get to play it, and it's the difference is 6 one way, half a dozen another, which is fine. Opponent retreated. Okay. Oof. Super flow. All right, well, let's do that. Take this, you dirty shocker player. All right, well, let's see here. Let's kick that over there. Nah, I feel like they're gonna clog. Yeah, let's clog that over there because there's a chance that the Mysterio will fly over. Is untapped.gg not working? Nice. We're gonna snap here. Oh snap. How do I want to play this? We're gonna place Jeff and Daredevil there and roll with it. I don't like this update. Like, I never would have split those cards if I knew I was going to have to look at them. I don't like it. Like, I would have just left them unsplit and just, yeah, I don't like it. Cards can't be played here. All right. Jeff doesn't care about that. Check this out. Jeff says, no, you didn't. Ooh, when a card moves here, gain +2 power. I might take advantage of that. Very nice. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Let's do this. Shocker. All right. I feel like they're not going to like. Let's do that and that. It's the same guy? All right. Ooh, they got Hood also. Brood? This might be bad for me, right? It's probably bad. I mean, he's going to play what? He's going to play... Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's see if he's got it. He's got to do like debris plus like Patriot or something. Or Blue Marvel, right? All right, let's go. Uh-oh. Iron Man, yikes. Well, they better have like what? They're going to win with like Blue Marvel or something? Blue Marvel. Does that work for him, though? I think I still beat Blue Marvel plus what? I probably should have played Titania, but I was scared. I was scared to play Titania. All right. I got to run some errands, so I'm going to call it. I've just got stuff I got to do. Yeah. I got to go and I got to pay some taxes and stuff. Is untapped.gg just completely down right now? Let's see how this looks. Unowned. All right, bye for now.